Eh bien, salut tout le monde, c'est Blood, on se retrouve pour The Technomancer, et donc, on s'était arrêté là, hein. Que va-t-on faire? On va d'abord aller, parce que j'ai envie d'aller ailleurs, en fait. On va juste prendre la quête du monsieur, là, parce que, ouais, il y a une quête, là. Parce qu'on sait jamais.
Zachariah, your help would be indispensable once more.
I'm listening.
First, I want to thank you for helping me, my mother, and all the mutants.
I don't really feel like I helped your mother, but if you say so.
Sometimes you have to look beyond appearances. I miss her a lot, but at least she did not suffer thanks to you. But let's get back to what I wanted to talk about with you. I managed to get in touch with a man who can provide us with military equipment. And we are going to need it because we have to be able to defend ourselves. But that man will never do business with the mutant. That is why I need you to negotiate in my place. If you wanted to look like a merchant from Noctis and go to the meeting point with me, I'm sure that he would agree to sell you the surplus we need so much.
That doesn't sound too complicated. I guess I can do it.
Thank you. We will never forget what you did for us, Zach. Come join me when you find a merchant outfit, and we will go to the meeting point together. It is below a shadow path. I will show it to Amelia.
Ok. Je sais pas qui je peux enlever. C'est bon. On dit qu'elle indiquera Amelia. On s'en fout. Amelia, tu restes là. Voilà. On va déjà faire le truc avec le prêtre. Enfin, le prêtre. Je sais plus c'est qui, mais le même style, je crois, c'est lui.
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as we are not all absolved of our sins. You came here to wash your soul?
I had something else in mind. I came here to ask for some information regarding your parishioners. Did you notice any strange behavior among some of them?
My parishioner's life is none of your business. You're not one of them, and yet you take the liberty of judging them based on your corrupt beliefs. You are not a believer. You are just one of those pragmatic cynicals, a bad seed.
Eh oh, je t'ai filé des tablettes, alors fais pas chier.
Listen, preacher, we might have significant differences, but I'm sure that you only want the best of your flock. And I heard that a man from Abundance has tampered with some of them in order to conquer this city. I guess that he spoke badly about me because he knows that I'm against this invasion. I've seen too many people suffer from the war. And in addition to that, Abundance does not tolerate public temples, which would put an end to your lectures.
An invasion? Really? By the shadows! That old son's henchman hadn't told me that. And my temple? You're saying that they're forbidden there? How awful. I must stop that evil being. Send him back to roast under the nefarious beams of his master! I'm surprised his servants weren't mutants, but maybe they were in disguise. More pressing, however, is it that these servants have convinced some of my followers and now have come here to tempt me. Do not worry. The shadow has opened my eyes to save my soul. But has it done so for my followers? The mutation is preparing to make its way towards them. A pity.
Can never be too careful with religious types, so I'll have to keep an eye on these folks. They can spread ideas like wildfire.
Ok. Donc ça c'est bon. Ah. Du coup, faut redescendre. Alors oui, je vais voir si, quand même, on va passer à l'équipement du petit, voilà. Non, faut quête de force, donc c'est mort. Par contre, le plastron, on va lui mettre un truc quand même. Alors on a du 11%. On va lui mettre du 11%. Voilà. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces bugs? C'est marrant. Alors une masse lourde d'acier, on va lui laisser. Pantalon. Donc il est en ouvrier. On va lui mettre du soldat. Ouais, c'est pas possible de voir ça. Et on va lui mettre, bah je sais pas, soit ça, soit ça. On va lui mettre du 5%. Hein. Voilà. Alors est-ce que je pourrais pas descendre quelque part? Ouais non, pas par là.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
Hey, did you by any chance see a caravan come back from Ophir lately? Would have had some members who might have looked different than they did when they left.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And they're no regular merchants, that's for sure. They've been trying to blend in, imitate our accents, and pose, and all that. But not that well. They try damn hard, though. What happened to the real merchants? No, forget it. I don't even want to know. Scares the hell out of me. Rather not know.
Fair enough. Thanks.
Most exotic.
Alors oui, du coup... Eh? Mais non, ici. Mercenaire. Soldat, abondance complet. Non. Chemise de marchand, alors je sais pas si c'est ça. Habit de marchand de Noctis. Peut-être c'est ça. Ah, par contre, oh, ça fait cher. Alors on va juste en prendre un et on va vérifier. Hein avant de faire une connerie. Ok, c'est ça.
The most exotic goods on the planet.
Ok, donc là on est bon.
The most exotic goods on the
I'm looking for information about a caravan that recently came back from Ophir.
Ah, yes. Yes. The merchants who aren't, you mean? Yes, I knew the caravan's chief. And, yeah, the one who came back kinda looks like him, but sure as hell doesn't act like him. This might sound crazy, but seems to me all those merchants were replaced with... I don't know, but they're not from here. And instead of selling their goods, they're busy asking around about the guards and stock and that sort of thing.
Can you point them out to me?
I could, but I won't. I don't want any involvement. I don't want to be replaced. I'll just tell ya, they've been regular clients since they came back.
Fair enough. I'll just keep an eye on your clients for a while. Thank you. So we know the spies are embedded in certain groups, but to find out who the spies are among them, we're gonna need to keep a constant eye on all of them. Can't do it on my own, though. Gonna need all my brothers and sisters to take turns, so we can stay discreet.
Greetings, Zachariah.
I'm gonna need everyone's help. ASC's infiltrated Noctis, and as you already know, that's not a good thing.
We just got away from them. Why can't they just leave us alone? What? What do you want us to do about it? Most of us are terrified of them. They're immune to our powers.
I understand your frustration and your fear. I wasn't there, and don't even want to imagine what they put you through. But we don't back down from fear. We're military. We fight. And I will be damned if we will back down from a few fucking ASC spies with lightning rods.
I hope you can see our secret's at risk. But I agree, the best defense is a strong first attack. If we hide and wait for them, we put our secret even more at risk. So what do you propose we do?
From what I can tell, the spies have weaseled their way into 3 groups, but we can't move until we know which members are from the ASC. Moles disguise themselves as mercenaries, religious zealots, and even merchants.
Then I'll dispatch some eyes to keep tabs on those groups.
Thank you.
How lucky we are that your Technomancer friends are gonna help us. It's terrifying to know how many groups were infiltrated. The damage they could do could bring Noctis to its knees. You really think Victor's gunning for control of the city?
He just thinks it's an obstacle he can eliminate with the sweep of a hand.
Then he's misjudged the size of the obstacle. We're a lot stronger here than he could possibly imagine.
Ouais, ben justement, hein. Moi je me méfie. Alors. Là-bas on a la fois d'ombre. Ok, donc on va aller là-bas.
You set up the exchange with that Aurora quartermaster if he was a complete stranger.
Some mutants aspire for freedom everywhere, Aurora included. When I learned that the quartermaster was looking to dispose of stocks of merchandise, I sent messengers.
Messengers? Mutant messengers? And he still took the messages seriously?
No, I paid humans, noble-looking ones too. Plus, we have a few sympathizers over there, some of which are merchants who are always more than helpful, for a price.
I thought you didn't want Dandolo in the loop.
Indeed, I had to pay them. A lot.
Quite a pickle. Exchanging weapons with Aurora when half the people in this rover are from Abundance. Goodness, what if... No, we wouldn't get caught.
I hope you can all stay discreet. I'm looking at you, Amelia. Because then our meeting would end rather... I know that Aurora tolerates alliance. Rumor has it that they even consider lying. But Abundance, they'd rather go to war. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said it.
If there's any corporation you want to be heard talking about, just talk about Alliance. Avoid the others. Don't want to start anything.
Hey Zach, count on me if you need some help during the transaction. I've got real-life experience after all.
Phobos, if Dandolo finds out you're plotting behind his back...
He's my ally, Nisha, not my mother. Which means I don't have to tell him what I'm doing at every hour. I think that our negotiator is already there. He must be waiting for us below the shadow path.
I'm rather excited for this little excursion. Passing off as a merchant is a welcome change. I haven't played another character in forever.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but we're not going to be in our roles for long.
Zachariah, where's your sense of fun? The simple fact that our mission requires us to dress up and play pretend is already such a beautiful thing.
Thank you both so much.
Putain, c'est sympa ici. Pouah. Ça rend super bien.
Hi, I'm Zachariah. Are you Sincerity?
Yes. Your message mentioned that you're a merchant and that you may be interested in some merchandise. I have some overstock that I'm willing to sell, but I want to be sure that this merchandise won't end up in enemy hands. Please understand that the safety of our corporation depends on it, and that I don't want any of my superiors to learn about this type of transaction.
I hear where you're coming from. Don't worry though, the stocks won't be resold together. I'll spread them out here and there so no one will be able to track the sales back to you. And obviously, with the stocks disseminated, your enemies will have a harder time mounting a strong enough offense to harm you.
Do you have a wide enough network to disseminate the merchandise afterwards? It's true that that's a pretty good solution. Very well then. I think that we can do business. Someday, I will kill that madman.
Who is this mutant? Why did he kill the merchant?
Cain. He refused any type of relationship with humans, and I guess that is his way of showing me that he disagrees with my trying to do business with them. But he failed the negotiation I had been working on for months without even realizing that we need these weapons. Anyway, I guess I need to find another way to stock up.
Mais du coup, ça servait à rien, quoi. Ah, génial.
Hi, Nisha.
Hi, Zach. Everything...
Ok. Et du coup...
Hello, Phobos.
Hello, Zachariah.
Ok. Bon bah il est temps de rentrer, hein. C'était génial. Dommage qu'il avait pas ses marchandises sur lui.
You idiot! You brutish! He's just fucked up your whole supply plan.
That was his goal, I think.
Do you really think that? Do you really think he would prioritize his issues with you over his plans for Mutant Valley?
I think the two of us hold very different beliefs on what Mutant Valley could be, on its value to our future.
Du coup on va aller directement au dôme perdu.
How this dome will match up to the one to no fear.
The one to no fear? That was your Technomancer hideout, right? I was always curious, but I wasn't allowed near it. Due to confidential shit.
Yes, it used to be some sort of museum. It's a fascinating place.
Looks more like a pile of rocks to me. Let's hope this other one is in better shape. Otherwise, that doohickey thingamajig you're looking for will be really hard to find.
If the dome is really off the grid, then it could still be in good condition. But we should be ready for anything. The scavengers could have beat us to the punch and scrapped and sold it. How big is it? Should we be able to spot it from afar?
I wouldn't bet on it. If I understood correctly, there'll be some small housing domes, but what we're interested in is the archives of these ancient inhabitants.
Heritage. What a funny little... The offspring of those who built the dome probably reside in our cities. Or perhaps even one of us is a great... And yet here we are, chasing after old ruins so we can rummage for answers on our ancestors. How remarkably absurd, isn't it?
We have the turmoil to thank for that.
I find humans' curiosity towards the domes curious. Why do you pursue them and other artifacts with such zealotry?
I don't want to be mean, Phobos, but as a mutant, you've become something else. Isn't it hard to keep revering something that brings back memories of those who used and exploited you?
Yes, but no matter what happens, Earth is a forbidden fruit, and for that, we choose to forge ahead and not dawdle in the past.
I can't wait to see it. I've never seen an intact colonial dome. There are only a few ruins in the canyon leading to Noctis, and they are in such a terrible state. Most are so badly destroyed that you'd need a pretty strong imagination to call them domes.
I really hope we find something there. With Great Master Ian dead and our archives lost, it's pretty much our only hope of getting back in touch with Earth.
Forgotten Settler's Dome. I was under the belief all domes had already been found and searched.
Not even close. Word is there's still dozens of domes that haven't been found yet. I'm hoping that's true.
And why is that?
I'm trying to find a way to reach back out to Earth.
Ah, I see. I doubt that such a small dome would contain the large object for which you search.
So you hope to find traces in there? Clues on the next step to communicate with Earth? Incredible.
Alors je lui avais mis quoi? Je crois que je lui avais mis ça.
If we find evidence of the scientific base of the Great Master's tablet mentioned, I think we can make contact with Earth. And if not me, another Technomancer someday will.
Even so, it's a dream. Equal parts fascinating and disturbing. Do you really think they still want us? Especially since, after all this time, they've never once made contact?
I wouldn't know, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Bon, bah va falloir se battre, hein, c'est parti. Tant pis, je ramasse tout. Espérant que je sois pas trop lourd.
Can't do this.
Alors. Tac. Fallait le savoir qu'il faisait ça. Eh ben dis donc, purée, c'est pas du petit joueur ça. Donc du coup la suite, je sais pas. Ah, on a tellement tourné en rond, ouais c'est par là.
See those boxes? there's some plates inside, and I'm not talking about the kind you eat dinner on. They look light, but feel really dense. I wonder what it was for. See those boxes? There's some plates inside, and I'm not talking about the kind you eat dinner on. They look light, but feel really dense. I wonder what it was for.
I'm real glad you're here. Would have had a hell of a time opening that gate alone.
Happy to help. Once we open it, though, I am going back to the rover. This dome's exciting, but you have enough company as it is.
In the flesh. Guess some rumors are true after all. Time to take out the trash. Kill them all.
Reminds me of someone. My own negative alter ego, like Alan's yours. A shadowed reflection in a cracked mirror.
He's not that poetic. He's just a piece of shit. Plain and simple. Now let's just go.
Ça on va le prendre.
This tablet's obviously ancient, but the text's undecipherable. This'll make for one hell of a translation job. Great Master Ian's the only one who could have read it. Maybe Dandolo's heard of another Technomancer who could, though.
Et ben voilà, c'est parfait tout ça. Oh, un item violet. Nice. Comment on descend? S'il va falloir trouver, mais ça c'est pas niveau 1, hein. Ah, niveau 3. Je trouve un moyen de descendre. Alors là c'est pas possible. Là c'est... Ah c'est là. Parce que je vais aller voir de l'autre côté. On sait jamais qu'il y a un truc. Genre un coffre qui s'ouvre. Rien du tout. Je voulais être sûr.
Can't believe Alan was here.
Talk about climbing the corporate ladder, right? That Walker's now the alpha Technomancer of abundance.
How can he vouch for Victor, the man who caused the death of our great master? I knew Alan was ambitious, but to that extent?
There will always be men who will sell out for phony rewards. Give him a medal, a pompous title, and he'll ask you where and when to turn in his mother. This infection of uncurbed greed happens even among mutants. Just look around. You've seen the pen. Some of the Guardians are mutants themselves. And they can be the harshest of them all, disciplining for the sake of breaking in their batons.
You taught your rival a lesson. Now we should know better than to run after you.
If I know Alan, it'll only get worse.
At least we found some information, even if we can't read it. How's your ancient hieroglyphics, Zach?
No, I can't. Nobody I know can, except Great Master Ian. It's a coded language that's nearly impossible to learn.
Dandolo will find you a translator. Let's hope it's worth it, and not something boring like a soup recipe.
We should be relieved we saved the tablet. I can't imagine what the traitor would have done if he got his hands on it.
Even if he couldn't read it himself.
Enquêter sur la disparition de Scott. Sérieux? Scott, t'es parti où encore? Oh l'abus quoi. L'abus. Oublie ce con. Ouais, fabriquer. Écoutez, je sais pas. Nous, ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va essayer de faire déchiffrer la tablette, là. Et on va aller chercher ce couillon après. Qui est parti loin. Ah, mon Dieu.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for my friend Scott. He just disappeared. Any idea where he could have gone?
Can't say that I have. He's not at the caravanserai, though. If you want, I can check with my informants. Might have joined the caravan that just left, though. Your pal looked like he was missing Ophir, honestly. Then again, maybe he was kidnapped. Never can tell.
Just let me know if you hear anything. I need to find him. Thanks for the help.
My pleasure, as always.
They found some ancient documents. Looks like they date back to the settlers, but they're written in a language I can't read.
I thought you Technomancers were so well versed in our old dialects.
Maybe in Aurora. In Abundance, we're soldiers first and last. We learned some colonial knowledge during training, but the languages are barely taught. The Great Master was the only one who had that kind of knowledge.
So, now you need a Technomancer from Aurora to translate. I might know of someone. A renegade of sorts who left Shadowlayer to become a hermit. Word was, though, your former comrades captured him. If he managed to hide what he was, he's probably a captive in one of their forced labor camps.
Then getting to him won't be easy.
Exactly. But if you want your document translated, you might just have to find a way.
Ah bah super. Alors, donne-moi Phobos, va-t'en. Amélia, viens.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
Ok, rien du tout. Très bien. Vous êtes trop chargé.
I think I know the camp Dandolo mentioned to you. It sounds like their main camp, so I wouldn't be surprised if the man you're looking for is there. And I want to go with you. Have a few things to settle there. This is important to me, Zachariah. What they do to the prisoners there is inhuman. I just want to help as many as I can.
You're not telling me something, are you?
I was a prisoner there once. I can't tell you what they did to me. I'm just asking you. Take me with you.
I get why you'd want to free him, but it also makes me nervous about letting you tag along. If we get there and you let your emotions run away with you, it's my life you're risking too.
You know me better than that. You've seen me keep my cool in the worst situations. Think about it all you want, but I'm the one who knows that camp by heart, remember? It's gonna be more dangerous for you to go in without me.
Mais oui, mais je te prends, moi, y a pas de souci.
Hi, Nisha.
Hi, Zach.
Ok, bah c'est bon. Alors du coup, ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va revendre des trucs, hein, parce que là, c'est la merde.
You, sir, just came at a fortunate time.
Alors, qu'est-ce que je peux revendre? Les habits de marchand, j'en aurais peut-être plus besoin. Allez, on revend. De toute façon, ça prend de la place, c'est chiant. Chemise de marchand, on s'en fout. Veste de technicien, on va garder au cas où. Voilà, faut de l'agilité, alors autant les virer, voilà. La blouse de médecin, bon, on va la virer. Ça aussi d'ailleurs. De toute façon, tout ce qui est équipé, je suppose que je peux pas les revendre quand même. Ce serait con. Veste d'aspirant. Moi j'ai quoi? Veste de technomancer. Ok, toi tu vires. Costume d'officier, on les revend aussi. Chemise de pillard. Je l'avais pourtant mis quelque part, ça, non? Autant que ça. Bon, on va laisser, on va en garder une au cas où. Les trucs de mendiant, j'en garde un parce que c'est toujours au petit, je trouve. Au niveau du casque, celui-là il faut 4 forces, donc il peut virer le temps que je trouve quelque chose. Enfin, j'aurais bien autre chose entre les deux, c'est ça que je veux dire. Ok, alors pantalon de marchand, ça vire. Pantalon de médecin aussi. Pantalon d'uniforme de soldat aussi. Ouvrier, ouvrier, ouvrier. Aspirant, on s'en fout. Voilà. Ça, on va virer. Ça, on va en laisser un. Ouais, ça on va virer, on va virer. Voilà. Ça me semble pas mal. Au niveau des armes, il y a 36 000 hachoirs, donc on va virer ceux qui sont en 14, voilà. Le tento c'est pas mal. Non, on va laisser marteau d'acier. On va virer celui-là. Au niveau des masses, ben, on va virer tout ce qui est en dessous de 38. Voilà. La hache plate, les 34 on vire. Les matraques cloutées, on vire les deux. La clé à molette aussi. Voilà. Alors le bâton simple, bah, pareil, il vire, hein, ça sert à rien. Tac. Au niveau du boubou, on va virer celui-là, il sert plus à rien. Ah, on peut pas le vendre, ok. Ah bah parce que je suis équipé avec, c'est ça. Ça doit être ça. Bon bah tant pis. Hein. On le vendra plus tard. Pistolet robuste. Pistolet, non. Alors ça, ça vire, voilà. Ça, il faut 2 d'agilité. 1 d'agilité. On s'en fout. On va les laisser quand même au cas où. Alors, gants des premiers colons. De pouvoir. Ah mais c'est moins bon que ce que j'ai. C'est dommage parce que regardez les gants de maître. Ils sont pas... Enfin ils sont pas l'air d'être violets. Donc les loulous, nous on va se laisser là. Donc je vous dis à la prochaine pour la suite. Bye bye.